Snipers, you have to see what's happening to the Bitcoin price today as we are coming to test this previous weekly open of 55,700 right now. And you can see here that we failed to break out, actually breaking down the major channel support yesterday. You can see we also have this declining volume. We all know the path of least resistance when there's low volume is always going to be sideways to a little bit higher, and that's exactly what we're seeing here. Sideways price action. I want to talk about exactly what I'm expecting for Bitcoin now that we're coming to test this previous weekly open, and then of course we'll take a look at what's happening to Ethereum, because you can see we're seeing a little bit of some interesting price action here. We did not break out of this ascending triangle, so we didn't get that confirmation. We can go ahead and delete this market structure, and notice how right now we're testing this major channel support. We've yet to break it like Bitcoin, but we've also got this 1980 level that we're testing, which is also a major level. If we continue to break down, there is a potential we could come down and retest this as a support level. This was a previous resistance in the past that was respected multiple times by Ethereum until it broke out. And so there's a lot to look at today. You guys are watching the Snipers channel. My name is Naeem Al-Obeidi. If you appreciate this content, remember to like this video. First, I want to talk about exactly what's happening to Bitcoin's price, because we didn't get a confirmation of a breakout, which is not a big deal. We know the path of least resistance when there's low volume is always going to be sideways, and we still have some very low volume. You can see we're still seeing descending volume, and at this point, when we look at the daily chart and we pull up the 3 moving averages, you'll notice that we have this 50-day moving average showing confluence with a major level of around 54,450. And at this point, in my opinion, as long as we're above the 50-day moving average, then we are just seeing garden variety market behavior of a very bullish trend. And we still have the potential to continue higher, especially as we're seeing with traditional markets like the S&P 500 way and above the 50-day moving average. In my opinion, after seeing over $1.7 billion in liquidations yesterday, Bitcoin isn't doing anything that is not normal. I think that what we're seeing here is just sideways price action, while altcoins are still doing extremely well, because when we look at the total cryptocurrency market cap, you can see a little bit more strength shown here. Yesterday, we had a new all-time high, over $2 trillion in market cap. We're coming to test the 1.788 level, which was a previous high for the total cryptocurrency market cap. And so when we look at others' dominance, notice how we're forming new highs today. So I don't necessarily think that this is a reason to panic. I think that we're seeing sideways price action, and as long as we're above this 50-day moving average at 54,450, where there's confluence with this support level, I think things are going to be fine in the cryptocurrency market. There still is a potential of a breakout. Of course, it might take a little bit more time now that we're seeing this sideways price action, but I think at this point, as long as we're above 54,450, things are fine, especially if we're above 55,700. If we start getting below 55,700, that's when I would start watching that $54,450 level, because we know that 50-day moving average is sitting there. But because we're seeing strength in traditional markets, I don't see a reason for Bitcoin to come below the 50-day moving average right now. And so this would really just be a long opportunity, in my opinion, for us to bounce at that 50-day moving average. If we get that chance to get an entry at that level, we might not even get an entry there, because we have 55,700. The whales don't want to come to the 50-day. They know a lot of people are going along there. Of course, the market always wants to do what people least expect. So what if we just turn around here in the next few days and see this run to the upside like the S&P 500? I think that's possible. I think the first confirmation will come after breaching 58,300. At this point, if we come above 58,300, I don't see a reason why Bitcoin couldn't see more momentum to the upside. At this when we're seeing this type of low volume, we just have to be a little bit more cautious when it comes to this type of asset. Of course, we're seeing more price action with altcoins. You can see Ethereum holding this major support from this channel. As long as this holds here, I think that Ethereum is looking very well. So until this could break is when I would have some downside concerns for Ethereum. When we look at Ethereum in a Bitcoin chart, I don't see much to worry about here. We're coming down to test the 35,000 Satoshi level. We talked about this bearish flaggish pattern yesterday, and that's exactly what happened. We saw this bear flag break down to retest 35,000 Satoshis. I told you guys, as long as we hold 35,000 Satoshis, I'm fine here for Ethereum. So if we get below 35,000 Satoshis is when I'd have some concerns. And then, of course, we looked at others' dominance and the total cryptocurrency market cap chart. Bitcoin dominance also starting to see a little bit of a spike up, but we know that we've already broken this major level. I think that we could still see downside for Bitcoin dominance. We haven't seen any confirmations of others' dominance slowing down. It's still showing a lot of momentum, so that's a very positive thing. And then when we look at traditional markets, we've already kind of covered a little bit of them, but S&P 500 looking very good. New highs here. The DXY coming down exactly like we expected. So I don't see a reason why Bitcoin could come down below the 50-day moving average right now. We look at the Bitcoin CME charts, you can see we're still holding this ascending support level. We still have this potential ascending triangle formation on the CME futures chart. And so let's just continue to watch this. The VIX is now below 18, which is an extremely positive thing when it comes to the confidence in these markets. And so I just wanted to throw this quick update out there because people were freaking out, but you guys don't realize that we still have some very low volume. And yes, on the 4-hour Ichimoku cloud, we might be coming down below this cloud, but we know that there's major support here at 54,450, and we have this 50-day moving average. I don't personally see a reason why we would come below that 50-day moving average anytime soon. Unless something changes in traditional markets, I don't see a reason for that to happen. What I'm seeing here is a potential inverse head and shoulder pattern that is going to potentially continue to see upside. So that's my take of the markets. Of course, I'd love to hear your guys' opinions in the comments below. If you want to enter into this giveaway, Winning Principles by Ray Dalio, one of my favorite books on value investing, just comment below and share this video and you'll have the chance to win. And with that, thank you all so much for watching this video. I'll pick a winner from our video yesterday tomorrow. And with that, snipers out.